So it's time to go again with the 2024 upcoming releases by studios, and today is Universal Pictures. There is a lot of fun ones coming on this list, I'm not gonna lie. So let's get straight into it. Now remember, these are my anticipated movies, so if you don't agree, don't attack me. Let's go. In 10th place is Wicked. Now, I don't know whether to call this Wicked or Wicked Part 1, but this stars Ariana Grande, and it's the iconic musical that you probably know and love. It's not really my cup of tea, and it's not up my street, but it still looks promising, and it still looks pretty cool, and this is releasing on November 24th in 2024. In 9th place on July 12th, 2024 is Despicable Me 4. Steve Carell is back in the shoes of Gru, and all of the minions I'm sure will be back too. Again, I'm not really a big fan of Despicable Me. I'm so sorry. I know how iconic it is, but it's not really for me. But I know this is going to probably break more animated records like all of the other movies have done. So yeah, July 12th, Despicable Me 4. Now in 8th place on August 9th, 2024 is Speak No Evil. Now this is a remake of the 2022 horror, but this time it stars James McAvoy. Now, I actually watched the original movie. I'm pretty sure it was a Danish horror movie, dubbed over or subtitled in English, and it is definitely one of the toughest watches I have ever seen. I didn't give it a great score because I physically felt sick watching it. It touches on some really grim subjects, and if they actually stick with that and they make this a big budgeted version of that without changing too much, I think they're going to have a big horror hit on their hands, but also something that is going to be very tough to watch, but I still will be seated for it. In 7th place is Kung Fu Panda 4. Now this is releasing on March 8th, 2024. Jack Black is back, and so is the rest of the cast, such as Angelina Jolie, Jackie Chan, and so on and so forth. And I'm pretty sure they face off against a villain called the Chameleon. We don't know too much more about that other than that is the name of the villain, and that this villain can shapeshift into other villains from the previous 3 Kung Fu Panda movies. So expect to see some familiar faces in this movie. In 6th place, coming out on January 5th, which is just right around the corner, is Night Swim. Now this movie stars Kerry Condon. I love you, Kerry Condon. Wyatt Russell, and it's directed and made by James Wan. Now, the movie is bonkers and wacky, and it's about basically a demon-possessed monster creature thingy that lives inside of a family's swimming pool that they move into the house or something, and the swimming pool hasn't been used for years. They decide to use it, and they find out that there is a monster living in the swimming pool. It's so strange. I'm pretty sure it's based off of a short script or short story, but I have a feeling that this is going to be one that you go in and you're like, how is a swimming pool going to be interesting and scary? But I think Kerry Condon's a fantastic actress, and Wyatt Russell is also great. So to have 2 of them in the leads with this movie with James Wan and a really interesting and unique story, I think it might be a fun one. In 5th place, releasing on July 19th, is Twisters, the remake to the 1996 classic movie that I absolutely love. Now, I spoke about this in the Warner Brothers release video, so they are actually dual releasing this between Warner Brothers and Universal, so I won't get too much into it, but Glenn Powell is in it, Daisy Edgar-Jones, David Corn Sweat, and so much more. There's so much packed into this movie. I'm so excited to see what they do, but we don't have much more information or footage apart from the cast. In 4th place on February 2nd is Argylle. I'm so excited for this. I seriously am. You've got Henry Cavill, you've got Dua Lipa, John Cena, Samuel L. Jackson, Sam Rockwell, Bryce Dallas Howard, the list goes on. This movie is basically like Kingsman. It's made by the same guy who made Kingsman, Matthew Vaughn, and it's basically a spy movie where Bryce Dallas Howard's character writes a script, or I think it's a book about a spy, but it actually ends up being true and actually happened. So she gets whisked away into a spy world. Love it. That's all I need to be seated for this movie. I'm so buzzing for it. In 3rd place on May 3rd, 2024 is The Fall Guy. Now this is directed by David Leitch. He actually made Hobbs and Shaw and Bullet Train. I was a massive fan of Bullet Train, so I think if it's anything like that, we're in good hands. This movie has Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt in it. Like, hello. What an iconic duo. I cannot wait to see the 2 of them on screen together. It's all about a stuntman who's kind of past his prime but ends up going back into it like a AAA movie, and he's standing in for someone who goes missing. Looks really fun, really cool. Lots of action, lots of comedy. cannot wait for it. Now in second place is Nosferatu. Now I hope that I've done right in putting this on the list because I'm pretty sure that this is being released by Focus Features. When I looked it up, Focus Features are actually like owned by Universal, so I'm just predicting that this is going to be distributed by Universal anyways, so I'm going to put it on the list, but please forgive me if I'm wrong. But this is directed by Robert Eggers. It stars Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu. You've also got Lily Rose Depp in here, Willem Dafoe, Nicole Kidman. This cast is stacked. I love Robert Eggers. I love The Northman and The Witch and The Lighthouse and everything else that he's done, and I think this is going to be unreal. It releases on December 25th in 2024, which is Christmas Day. Like, imagine going to see Nosferatu on Christmas Day. Sign me the hell up. That's going to be epic. But in first place is Jordan Peele's Untitled next movie. Now this is coming out also on December 25th in 2024, so maybe I am wrong in putting Nosferatu in with the Universal list, but I wouldn't say they'd put two movies out on the same day, so I'm probably wrong in putting these on the same list, but I'm going to keep it there anyways and just ride the storm. But we don't know anything else other than this is Jordan Peele's next movie. I loved Nope. I loved Get Out. I loved Us. He is phenomenal. I love everything he does. Nope is honestly one of my favorite movies of the last few years. I'm a big Alien and UFO fan, so seeing that movie and how creative it was, I was just like sold straight away. So this movie, whatever he does, even if it's the most wacky and wild concept, I will be there for it, and I'm so excited for it. December 25th is when that comes out. So there you go. That is the Universal 2024 list ranked by my excitement for each release. Let me know what your most anticipated Universal release is down below, and if you liked this video, make sure to drop me a follow.